Alright, it's been about 2 years since I've made a room tour, or at least a true room tour. You know, the one a few months back, that was just a joke video. But, you know, I figured I should go back and just look through my room because some things have changed, and I think my room looks pretty cool. First, I'm gonna give just a little turnaround of my room. As you can see, I don't really have a lot of space to work with, especially vertically, you know. Vertically, this is a very short room. Somehow, I don't know how, I have not mentioned once in my past couple room tours about how this room used to be an attic, and it still is an attic in there. So yeah, that's why my room is so weirdly shaped, and that's also why there are no windows. So yeah. So to get started with the true tour, I got the you know, the main shelf where I keep most of my things. This is basically the centerpiece, if you'd call it that. Also have a cat there who's making a whole lot of noise, so if you hear some weird noises, it's, you know, probably him. So, you know, might as well just start. I'm gonna go down through here, tell why I put these here and why I like them. You know, I got back into Plants vs. Zombies a few years ago, so I got out some of my old figures, kind of put them there a little bit. I got Pig Patch there. I think he's pretty cool. Takanuva, Bionicle. I just think I have some neat stuff there. I got the moon in a mug. Foxy used to be there, but I moved him down there. Got a tiny little Mangle shelf, including a custom Fight Line figure, which is pretty neat. Then I have a small little Sonic shelf. Not a whole lot going on there, but, you know, just like, you know, the Lego Shadows set. Little monkey right there. Nothing crazy going on here, but I just thought that looked neat. And next off, my little Lego shelf where I keep a bunch of the weird little minifigures, including just this simple little guy, Spaceman back there. I got Steve. Actually, this was my first ever Lego set, and I made my first ever Bricklink order and just bought it again and rebuilt it, and I'm surprised how much I remembered it because I was building it, and because I was like 5. He is making a whole lot of noise. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's a whole lot of noise right now. If you watched my past room tours, you'll know his name is Mr. Weebly, but I'm kind of making this room tour, assuming you haven't watched the past few, but, you know, most everything has changed, so not much should be different. Then my big main Five Nights at Freddy's section of the shelf, you could say, where I have, you know, the main 4 and basically every single piece of merchandise I have of each of them. And I mean, it's not equal for all of them, so I did kind of cheat a little bit by adding a couple pieces of like Toy Chica things. I got the Withered Freddy mini back there. You know, I have all of the toy characters next to the classic ones. But then Foxy, that is the only Funko Pop I have because I don't really like Funko Pops, but he looked really cool, so yeah. Yeah. I like this shelf, you know. I don't have the classic Chica plush because the it just doesn't look very good, so I got the tie-dye version, which has a much better design, and I actually really like the colors, even though, I mean, they're not accurate. It's a gimmicky tie-dye color scheme, but it looks cool. I like it, and it's a fun little addition, more than anything. Again, I don't know how much of that you can hear. But also, I mean, it's a cat, so I'm sure most of you won't be bothered looking at this cat a little bit. yeah, every few minutes you'll probably just have a little cat break. Yeah, next off, got just some Springtrap stuff. Since, you know, he's the main villain, because, I mean, he is. Got both of my custom figures, got my custom Springtrap, which, weirdly enough, I don't know what I was on, but it's still one of my best looking figures, like, that I've ever painted, and he was, like, my first. I don't know what I was doing, but I wish I could do it again, because I got this Scrap Trap, which, you know, I bought a 3D printed Scrap Trap and made and painted this. And, I mean, I still think it looks good. Like, if this was my first ever custom, I'd still be really happy with it, but it just doesn't look as good. Which is just unfortunate. Next off, just a small little Hero Factory things. That was my first ever set, my first ever Hero Factory, like Bionicle-esque set. And recently I've gotten a lot more custom heavy, where I've customized a lot of my sets. You know, gave him posable hands, a whole custom torso, and just kind of thickened him out. And I completely recolored this set, completely recolored this guy, Drill Dozer, to look similar to a Rock Raiders thing, because, yeah, thought that would be neat. That poster, little cardboard cutout thing, that was an art project in my college art class, and I think it looked really cool, so I just hung it up. And I mean, you've seen it if you've seen my community posts, but yeah. Then down here, figures of games that do not exist. Two completely different games that just probably don't exist anymore, and I think that that's kind of funny. I'm kind of just rapid firing because there's a lot to go through. Just old 2000s Lego right here. Got this hockey guy, which I really like the like Bionicle-esque hockey guys, because they're just really funny and weird. Got just DVDs of just some things. That guy. Yeah, that guy. You got Bindi down here. This isn't really, focused. This section specifically just isn't really focused on anything, but, you know, it's fun. I like it. I think it looks neat, especially with, like, the, canister and the DVDs adding a whole lot of, like, visual interest. Like, I just think it's well put together. Got just some stuff down here. This isn't the, since this is the bottom shelf, you're not really seeing it that much. Still got this same old, Bionicle system set down here, which is cool. Got just also some books. All of these are drawing books that have been filled out. Got the Bible, epic. But yeah, that's this shelf. Took a whole 8 minutes to go through this shelf, so I should show you how I'm trying to go in more depth overall than the past few room tours, where I just kind of rapid fired, and it wasn't interesting because of that, because it's not like I have an interesting, like, huge Five Nights at Freddy's collection. I just think it looks neat, so that's why I'm showing you. But if I don't tell you why it's neat, then it's not an interesting video. So yeah, I think that looks neat. Next off, we have this tiny little, I guess you'd call it a trinket shelf, because I just filled out the top section with whatever random, funny, cool items I could, a lot of which are things that were gifted to me by either my mom or my friends. You know, I just think that's pretty neat. Of course, these three sections are more focused on Five Nights at Freddy's, which, you know, I figured that would be a good place to put some of my more interesting or rare McFarlane figures. So yeah, I like what this looks like. And then got a little Minecraft section and the Plants vs. Zombies, another section, plus this sunflower I made when I was like, couldn't tell you, 8, 7, definitely not 7, 8, 9, I don't know, couldn't tell you. Yeah, and Minecraft, just a few of the tiny little figures. I kind of put these all over the room because I had a lot of them as a kid, and I've just kind of been putting them everywhere, so you'll see them a lot throughout the rest of this tour. And he's licking himself again, so yeah, you'll probably be hearing that. Speaking of Minecraft, yeah, Minecraft poster on the wall. That was there last time, but you know, the classic Minecraft poster hung on with the mismatched thumbtacks, because I did that when I was young. And what do you want me to do? What, you want me to get a frame for this? Oh, that's a insane suggestion right there. Just a few of my plushes, miscellaneous things, a lot of, I mean, some of which have, like, you know, meaning to them, some of which I just thought were cool. I'm not gonna go over each individual one, but, you know, you can see them. I think they're neat. Yeah. Next off, that painting on the wall, my mom found that at some thrift store, maybe Goodwill. She just thought it was neat. Giant C. This guy that I found at a yard sale or cattle sale, I don't remember, one of the two. Got a thermometer. Again, there's no windows, no air conditioning, so during the summer it gets a little hot in here, which is a little unfortunate, but I still like this room, so I just take my shirt off and deal with it. Alright, next off, this is where I keep my sealed figures, including Showdown Bandit, because I know I have the figure of him over there with the games that don't exist, but since it is a game that doesn't exist, I think it's really funny. So I bought all of the figures because it was like $15 on eBay to get all of them, and I just have them hung up because that's cool. And I might want to extend my collection because that is a very cheap hobby to buy Showdown Bandit merchandise. I can get so much of it for pennies on eBay, so I'm probably going to do that at some point. And below that I have a few of my sealed Five Nights at Freddy's figures. Both of these are figures that I already had beforehand and got for Christmas. And I mean, I could sell them, but I just thought, hey, it's cool to just have a few sealed figures. And I got Firework Freddy because America Freddy is really funny, and it's not like I was gonna play with him or animate with him, so I just hung him up on the wall. Also, he has that like big scratch defect on him, which is kind of neat, but yeah. And also the custom Red Bear, which, you know, I made a whole video on him, but that was before I was really okay at making, you know, videos where I actually speak. So that's that video could be better, but still I think he looks pretty alright, pretty good. I don't know why I didn't paint his top teeth on, because out of all Freddy versions he actually does have top teeth, so I don't know. Next off, got just a tiny little miscellaneous trinkets and weird things, including the Minecraft movie McDonald's promotional chest. I thought that was pretty neat. A few of the Minecraft figures up here again, like I've said before. Again, just some weird things that were either given to me or I found or something. I didn't go out of my way to get these. I just thought they were neat. One that like a Halloween party thing, the Rockstar Foxy thing, because he is incredibly bad looking, but I don't know, I just kind of like him. Next up, you know, Ruin figures, including this custom Mimic that was also 3D printed. I bought on like Etsy, or got for Christmas from Etsy. He's pretty cool. Yeah, the arm is kind of loose, but it is what it is. I've tried to tighten it up with super glue, and that worked really well for a bit. I don't know what happened to it, but it just doesn't work now. It's just kind of like that. But yeah, I'm like halfway through the room, and this is already about the length of my last one. So this is probably going to be the longest video I've ever put on this channel, so that's a monument right there. You know, this is my desk. I'm not going to go in detail on this. It's a desk. You know what you do at a desk. It's nothing crazy. I got some Pringles cans. I made this Pringles I made this Pringles can out of clay to match my Pringles flavored pizza flavored Pringles can, and I made a, yeah, I thought that would be funny, and it kind of was funny, and I kind of like that. Next off, I don't know why I've been like saying some things in a slight New York accent. Combine that with my southern accent, and you're getting something like unheard to man. So yeah, let's continue. Yeah, just the DS, a very dusty DS. I probably should have dusted some things off before starting this. So, you know, it's a DS. You know what a DS is, maybe. That's cool. That's cool. It works like a DS does. And you got this little Bionicle guy that I have used as like a like a character, a little avatar for me. And I do want to do that more because I really do like Bionicle. And I know this is mostly a Five Nights at Freddy's channel, but I want to make more Bionicle videos. And if I ever do more with me, then you will see this guy being used because I like him. Play-Doh. Red Play-Doh in case I ever need blood for a stop motion, which I don't think I have needed yet because I basically never animate, but I'm going on a tangent. I need to go on. There's still so much more. Got just a whole lot of stuff on the wall, including this poster, not even a poster, just instruction sheet for this strange old Technic set. My friend gave me that, and I thought it was very neat, just kind of neat. Including this sealed McDonald's set. I guess this is the only bit of a sealed Lego I have because yeah, I don't really think I need that in my life, but I don't know. It's just neat to have some sort of sealed Lego thing. If you didn't catch that was my cat, Weebly. He is now wanting attention again. And I will give him a little bit of attention, but not a whole lot. That's all he gets for now. Bag of skulls. And now we have my very lopsided lampshade. He just sneezed. But now we have I guess what I would consider my more rare or weird things. So first off, we have definitely the rarest or most desirable thing I own, which is the Fredbear Sanchi Original Limited Edition plush. Still goes for a few hundred, which is really neat. I still have him, and he's pretty well condition-wise. Got the McFarlane Lulbit and Yendo figures, which are weirdly some of the most desirable McFarlane figures. I I think the set might have been some sort of exclusive. I don't know. But I'm not too concerned with these because the Yendo has a glued-on arm and the Lulbit is missing the hook and one of the feet. So I replaced it with a not exact other foot. You know, one has the gray, one doesn't. So these aren't complete. So they're not. These wouldn't be too expensive. So yeah. The illusion of rarity, basically. And these are these are few kind of defects, I guess. I've got the System Arabani Pocket Pop. I guess, you know, I said that Foxy figure was my only pop, but I guess you could also call this one, but yeah, it's tiny. I know, and I only really bought it because, it was missing an ear. Just a full-blown, just missing an ear, which, it's cool. That's cool. I thought that was fun. And I was also opening Fightline figures, and I got Chocolate Bonnie with a Springtrap card, and I kind of wish I was recording that because, I mean, I kind of like this because this has no monetary value. I can't prove to you that I got this with that, but it's valuable to me because I know it happened. So it's weirdly personal. It's weirdly personal part of my my rare items collection. I just got one of the rare mystery minis, and I mean, it's not even like really a good one. It's just kind of transparent blue for some reason. But I mean, it's a rarer one that has absolutely no connection to me. I just like it because it's rare. Same thing. This has a also got a slightly misprinted Hookie from Bionicle. Well, one of the weird little almost chess piece minifigures. Yeah. He's neat. That was probably my first ever rare misprint thing, you'd call it. I don't even know if that makes sense. So yeah, those are basically my rare items. Got some of the McDonald's cards here. Those aren't rare. That's McDonald's. But what is rare is the fact that I put in the thing to get the Minecraft skin, and it didn't give me it, but it said that the thing was redeemed, so McDonald's scammed me, I guess. I don't know. Got the Sonic G Fuel. It's the only energy drink I've ever had in my life, and you can probably tell why I got it, because I'm a massive nerd. Next off, got the painting by Salvador Dali. I don't know what it's called. I forgot. But yeah, my mom got me that. Got a few pillows. Nutcrackers that have been given to me over Christmas for many eons. Yeah. Next off, got the Scooby-Doo poster and that other thing that I drew for my art class that has also been printed out and hung up on the wall. That I didn't use a thumbtack for. I used a command strip because I guess I'm grown up now, because kids don't use thumbtacks, I guess. I don't know where I'm getting at. And a whole new shelf here. I think this is the first whole new shelf. The Bionicle shelf. This lower deck is not purely Bionicle. It's just kind of a bunch of weird items. But yeah, nothing much to say about these. These are literally just Bionicle sets. So, of course, I mean, nostalgic childhood value, and I like Bionicles, so I'm not gonna say there's no connection. There's just not much to talk about. Just got some random sets more than anything. Got a few of the G2 sets up here because I think that G2 had really good character design. And again, I have modified these a tiny bit. Not a whole lot. They're only modified a little bit. Not nearly as much as the Hero Factory ones over there. But they're still modified, definitely. Yeah, also got the gift with purchase Tahu and Takua. and I expected that to be a lot more expensive in the future than it actually was, and I've seen it for $20 recently, and I got it for like 40 back when it came out, and that was completely a waste of money. But hey, I have it. I have it. It's a waste of $20. Could have bought it now and it would have been $20, but yeah. Yeah, that's about it for this shelf. Got a flower flower necklace. I don't know what it's called. I forgot. It's leaving me. It might literally just be called a flower necklace. I don't know. Also, I don't know how I forgot this. This cabinet here is more focused on storage more than anything, but it does contain the majority of my Five Nights at Freddy's figure collection. And while these are not organized, I probably should organize them more, because this could still be considered some sort of display. It's a messy, kind of simplified display, but it's still a display. And it looks cool. I like how it looks. I don't like it how it looks like open, but it's still interesting to show people. But yeah, the McFarlane figures down here. Not figures. McFarlane sets down here. That kind of shows why this isn't a display thing, because these sets are really difficult to display and look good, and they also take up a whole lot of space. But I still kind of need them for stop motion purposes, even though I haven't animated with them in a whole long time. But I still have them. I still want to. So yeah, you know, just a whole lot of kind of unfinished, kind of broken apart McFarlane sets here. I should probably organize them a bit better, but what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? So yeah, that's about it for that shelf, and I like just the overall look of this. I think it's cool. Next off, we got just some skeletons here. Elmo. Just think this is just a neat way to put things. And in my corner little place, I have just some stuff, a little clown painting that my mom made when I think she was 5. But anyway, yeah, got some Plants vs. Zombies things here. An actual plant. I didn't think about that, but yeah, I got some Plants vs. Zombies things next to an actual plant. Got a burger down there. Got a weirdly, this is just an odd thing. My mom found this in a Goodwill, and it's like a sealed Showdown Bandit thing. They weren't sold like this in stores. Maybe if you like bought them online, this is how they shipped to you, but I don't know where this came from. I guess it probably just came if you like bought it online, but even then, who was buying these online? So maybe this is like factory sealed, like straight from the factory, and they were having to just like throw them out and just gave them to charities or something. I don't know. Either way, that's kind of fun. And we're on the home stretch because right there is my shelf. You know, we've made a whole loop around. This is the home stretch. This is kind of the newest, actually good looking thing. Got the dresser. You know, of course, in there's clothes because, you know, I live in there. And one last time, he's come to state his presence. Oh, he's hitting something. A piece of string, it seems. Don't eat it. Okay, good news, he didn't eat it. Anyway, yeah. I got really big into Fightline. The like little Five Nights at Freddy's board game, and I wasn't planning on getting every single one of the figures, but the 2 figures I really wanted were Crying Child and Red Bear. I don't know why, I just really liked these 2, and yeah, I got every single one of the other figures before I got the Crying Child, so yeah. So now I just have them all, which is fun. And I got like 4 endoskeletons. So yeah, I also painted a few of them. Painted one of the endoskeletons to be Mindo. Painted my Chocolate Freddy to be Golden Freddy, specifically from the movie. I didn't mean to knock him over. I'll get that later. Yeah. Still got the Fightline box here, which has really solid graphic design to it. And like, I know I talk about graphic design, like I'm talking about it really weirdly, but I really like how the box looks. And it's so weird to compliment a box like this, but they did this really smartly to where you can put it like this if you want it, like a bookshelf. But if you're laying it down on the side, you know, that's sideways. So you flip it over, and they got a sideways profile. And then if you want to put it this way, you put it like that. And if you want to put it this way, you put it like that. That's cool. I like that. That's kind of stupid thing to compliment and talk about, but I mean, they put a lot more thought into this than most just cheap video game boxes. But yeah, not video game, board game, like board game based on video game. You know what I mean. Speaking of video games, we got my game collection here. Got more Nintendo Switch games than anything else because I like the Switch. I have the Switch. Got some Wii games, all I've had since, yeah, some DS games. Not much to talk about here. They're just, you know, my games. I play them. So yeah. I guess I could talk about the stuff on top. Got the Mario Kart McDonald's toy because I just thought it was funny that they were making a Mario Kart 8 toys in 2024. Or was it? No, yeah, it was 2024. That was an over a decade old game. So they just randomly made a Mario Kart 8 thing. Because, you know, McDonald's toys are usually like topical new things. But I guess it was like a slow month, so Mario Kart it is, baby. Speaking of McDonald's, I guess it's just the McDonald's section because you got like Ronald McDonald, got one of the burger transformers, which my friend gave me, which was incredible. Got a couple of the Minecraft movie promotional collectible things. And I guess to end it off, we got some dice. Got a Bionicle canister with, you know, the guy is actually in there because I didn't have a place to put him. So he's still in the canister. And some rocks. And some baseballs. So, yeah, I guess that's it. I guess we'll end off with the lawn flamingo, because that's the way that any great room tour should end off, with a lawn flamingo. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I guess subscribe, and yeah. Before I forget, got those there on that dresser. Yeah, that's it. It's the dresser right outside my room, so I got some more little plushes up there. Yeah, that's it. Bye-bye.